I'm considering myself pretty liberal, pretty progressive, and yet, the Palestinians seem to be contrary to all that.
Mm-hmm.
I've lived in Islamic societies, and I understand that the first thing that Hamas did when they took power was to round up all the men that they thought were gay and throw them off a 10-story building. And of course, the way they treat women is pretty horrendous. I don't think they're backwards enough that they do the female
mutilation,
circumcision, but
mm-hmm.
yeah. But and then all these kids that are more progressive than me are all demonstrating for these people that have these values that seem antithetical to everything that we hold dear,
mm-hmm.
those of us on the left side of the spectrum.
Okay.
And so it's quite confusing to me. I think Biden's handling it about right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Israelis should be defenseless, but
okay.
And I don't think they should starve innocent people. So I don't think they should be starved. But they just hate Biden for allowing Israel to defend themselves. So can you explain?
May I respond? May I respond? And let me respond in several ways. First of all,
I'm sorry.
No, this is your show as well, sir, and I'm happy to have you, and I thank you for calling. First, let me tell you that I don't particularly like Biden for many other reasons because I think he's a neoliberal, but I am voting for Biden. I'm advising everybody to vote for Biden because Biden is someone who, based on the policies he has passed thus far, has been much better for the progressive movement, even better so. Notwithstanding Obamacare, better than Obama with progressive policies that he passed during the first year. Okay, so that said, I'm very intellectually honest in what I'm going to tell you here.
I've been surprised at Biden. I thought he was a much better president than I expected.
Yes, I agree with you 100% on that regards. Now, that said, my brother, here's the thing, okay? There are several issues with Israel and Palestine, and what many would like to do is conflate them. The issue is we have an Israel that is, and I'm talking about the right-wing government in Israel. I am not anti-Semitic. In fact, a lot of Jewish brothers and sisters are in this movement condemning what Israel is doing right now.
Right. Okay, I got you.
Let's remember this. Israel.
I'm not accusing you of being anti-Semitic.
No, but I it's not about you. It's also about our larger audience that I want to make sure understand that we're talking simply on numbers, etc. Now let's recall a few things. Netanyahu has spent a lot of times trying to prevent a two-state solution, and in so doing, what he did is he left his bottom flank open. He continued to work on building outposts in the West Bank, and he left his flank where a lot of progressive Jews live to be under attack by Hamas. He also green-lighted other Arab countries to fund Hamas because he wanted a strong Hamas relative to the PRD or the other I forgot what they're
we agree. Netanyahu's an idiot. Yeah.
So let's continue. Now there are simple solutions here, right? Number one, Netanyahu should not have gone in and bombed the smithereens out of Gaza. That is a war crime, what he did by annihilating buildings, infrastructure, schools, and everything else. That was a war crime under the terms of trying to go find the terrorists. What he did is he created a lot of
Biden
terrorists.
Overkill, right.
Right. And what I'm saying, the protests that we are doing here, let me tell you what the protest is about. The protest that we are doing here now is saying to Biden, Stop him. Biden has the power to tell Netanyahu, you will not, and he should have said, you will not go into Gaza. You will not do any of these because your state only exists under the tutelage of the United States. Punto y final. There is no Israel without the support that the United States provides. And at this point in time, he has endangered you and me by what he is doing in Gaza, because now it's open season on terrorism again on American citizens. You are absolutely correct when you talk about how some Palestinian clerics, etc., think about homosexuals, women, or whatever. But I always look at people and tell them it's not a black and white issue. Let's remember a few things. America is yet to elect a woman president. These other countries, Muslim countries, have. Let's understand that things are not black and white. We have a lot of problems with these issues, just like they have a lot of problems with these issues. But one of the problems what we should have is the destruction of infrastructure, the destruction of people's lives, the killing and maiming of women and children. I think that is a war crime that needs to be mitigated, and we do not need to be complicit.
Starvation, sure.
Starvation. Yeah. And I think, my brother, what these students are doing is heroic. And let me tell you better. Back in the 1980s, I was a part of the Divest from South Africa movement that got the same response, minus the police action, but got the same response. And it turned out we were right. These kids are going to turn out being right. And Anand Hiradas was on Morning Joe, and I did a piece on it. If you can go to politicsdoneright.com/newsletter and go to that video that I did this morning on my KPFT show, it shows you some of the complexities of this issue, and that let's give these kids the latitude. They're actually right. Anything else, my brother, before we move on with the program?
No, I appreciate you discussing it with me. Incidentally, I do use you as an example sometimes when I get into conversations, because I believe you once said that you've been offered money to run a show from a right-wing point of view.
Yes, more than once, many times.
Yeah, I've brought that up in a couple of arguments. Okay, I wanted to just make sure that.
Well,
all right.
Yeah.
Well,
brother,
thank you for your time, sir.
And thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about this, because I think it's important for other people to hear this as well. So thank you so kindly. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.